The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Pickett now on first down.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
The Steelers at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
This defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, a tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play fake. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That first one was supposed to be a pick, bro. He threw it right to the safety.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27,
Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Off play action, Pickett.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. the sack. It'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 32 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point.
I think he's been open like that all season. Pickett just can't get it to him.
With the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Yeah, because he almost took off.
Return there, almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Off the play fake, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Myles Jack working free that time to take him down. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jameis to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so. Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender. Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right? Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people. Good run there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pickett to throw on 1st down.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I'll turn up. Let's get it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get it down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And he should have fumbled.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A solid stiff arm. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Let's go, Minka.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Winston now. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He rifles one.
Let's go, Minka.
Intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Pickett. He's got a man. Complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pickett will look to throw it here.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Open man. That's the tight end fire move.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Pickett back to throw.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown drive. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
He called out one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line.
Derek Watt put that thing on
there of 4 yards.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Second and 5 now. Winston. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, 74 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. He was not supposed to get that shit.
Minka was supposed to pick that off, bro.
Everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever.
Minka was supposed to pick that off. That's cool.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And he'll be corralled well outfield right around the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No, make a look at it.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this pretty close to
Damn, nigga, I should have moved your ass down. I seen it coming your way.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult
to stop. He just
stop.
stopped on the play.
Play action now. Winston.
Let's go.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Winston.
Let's go.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jack Rabbit Jenkins.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on a first down.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Touchdown.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Freiermuth. Beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
Called it.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
Let's
We see it
go
all the
defense.
time.
Swing to the ball. Swing.
To making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. And this is
Bro, that's a pick. That's a pick.
They say.
That's a
Looked
pick.
like it was intercepted.
I read the
but he
shit the whole
apparently did not
time,
get
man.
the
That's a
2 feet
pick.
down inbounds. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's going to
I
be
got a bounce.
along the
Oh,
sideline.
my God.
Job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
Bro.
And that's how you pick up a first down.
gosh,
Not
bro,
only does he make the
there.
catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Run on first
I'm
down.
on
He was
that.
fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
I'm on that.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. That one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Oh, that pitch, man.
It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two
It's
shy
telling
of
me
the
where
10.
you're going. It's telling me.
Excellent gain, 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
My thing is, I shouldn't have had Terrell Edmonds right there. Should have been making back there covering
That is
it.
a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They go play action. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this
That's
one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end
Bend
zone.
don't break, baby.
He's not hurried. He's
Bend don't
not
break.
hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
I already know where you want to go.
Winston.
I already know where you want to go.
Intercepted.
I already know where you want to go.
Terrell Edmonds picks it.
I already know where you want to go.
Now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and he brings this one.
I already know where you wanted to go.
6.
That's your book.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return.
Good
so
hit,
he
because I
stopped
cannot
just
let him
shy
get
of the
to return for a
30-yard line.
touchdown. That should have depleted us.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Let's go
And he is
defense.
met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, okay.
Back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, you maybe try to get him out.
Think about it, and I think about it all really hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground. And that they did that time for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here.
To the side.
Leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. My goodness, another interception. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I didn't even see you on that play. Whoop. I didn't even see.
They'll try the right side with Harris, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
153 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got this to Pickens. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute it in the second in this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game up the way that they like to play. Full speed, all out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.